Hey there, hope you guys are doing well. So today we're kind of gonna do something like from the very beginning, like we've done a couple times on stream. Usually I get things started and I look for the pictures before streaming. Today I didn't have time for that, so we're gonna do the whole process. Hey, how are you doing? How do you pronounce your name in English? Aethris? Whatever. Skyreal. It's a bit easier. Anyway, we have a blank document. Starting with that today. Very intimidating phase of the process, but hopefully we'll get there. I have this open today because I did it today, and I forgot to close it. It's just a little thing I did. Interestingly, here I didn't use my usual process where I kind of use the picture textures and bits of pictures to do the thing. I drew it myself from scratch. Hey, knight, or elk, or whatever you prefer. Anyway, yeah, this was drawn from scratch and then just like added textures and the noise and stuff from the. Since it was a very noisy picture, I thought I could get away with it. I think I sort of did, but still, having not real proportions to start from, like having not a real thing to like begin with, I don't think I got like the right proportions and stuff, so I'm not like super enthused about it. But still, like little experiments, changing stuff up. It was also like a low stakes, just dumb thing to do in the in a few minutes. Anyway, today we're doing Mothman. I promised this on Twitter how long ago? Hey Queen, thanks for the follow. I promised this on Twitter, God, I don't know, long ago. In any case, I kind of forgot about it after promising it until yesterday. So I thought, okay, this is a good thing for a stream to do a Mothman edit. Good thing is I don't have to do that much. I don't have to do that much research and like building the story and stuff because Mothman is an already established character. It's blinding. Yeah, you guys know Mothman, right? Just review the first stories. Moogie, thank you for the follow. By the way, thanks guys for the compliments. Yes, Mothman. Very known cryptid / character. I wouldn't really consider it a cryptid in the strict sense of the word because it's not really an animal that people look for. Like cryptids for me, it's like Bigfoot, right? People hunting for him and trying to classify him as a real animal and trying to like do the genealogy and the at least a veneer of science behind it. Mothman is more like alien stories where it's just like a weird paranormal thing. I don't mean to disrespect it, by the way. I love this story. Thank you so much, Queen. Yeah, I got this Twitch, and it's like my smallest social media, but still one of my favorites. Seki, thank you for that follow. It's one of my favorite social media because I can just interact with people. I can do my work live. I can hopefully teach a couple people like want to do this. That's a lot of tabs. Yes, I've been looking for pictures for a little while, and I always have a ton of tabs. Anyway, I was looking for maybe ruined bridges because that's associated with Mothman, but maybe ruined bridge, like a collapsed bridge, is a bit like too on the nose, right? Oh, it's you, Athena. Welcome. Time to cyberbully. Come on, we haven't even started. Usually talk more on Twitch chat because I get kind of shy on Twitter and stuff. Yeah, understandable. Like Twitter is more public, right? Anyway, I was looking for collapsed bridges, maybe something, maybe not directly a collapsed bridge, because it's a bit like it's already been done, right? There's this bridge in Point Pleasant where Mothman was spotted. That apparently Mothman was spotted on the bridge the day it collapsed, like a little bit before. And then some people say it was trying to warn people that the bridge was about to collapse. So I kind of want to go for something like that. So I'd like a picture on, and these are from a different project. That's why I have so many tabs open, kind of mixed together. I first look for a few pictures of Point Pleasant itself. There's not too many good things. It's just like some boats, pictures of bridges, and like uncollapsed bridges, pictures of like cows and stuff. Not very interesting to do an edit on. It would have been good to have a good picture from Point Pleasant, because that's where it's from. Bridges are the Mothman thing. Yes, indeed. I guess there's the one bridge, but people are so associated with bridges because of that. I want to visit that side. Yeah, I think they have a statue there, right? Anyway, these are some for Point Pleasant. Not like maybe this one. It's kind of interesting. There's the picture is cool. It's a military boat. Like we could like make up a story about this boat crashing or something. Alerted. Thank you for that, fellow. Maybe we could make up a story with the boat crashing later, something like that. And it's like the last picture taken before that. Could be interesting. That's another boat in Point Pleasant. The picture is very not good, so let's not go with that. And this is more generally like bridge collapse from all ages. I don't specify a time. I like this one. This one could be cool. But maybe we don't have to do collapsed bridges. Maybe we could just do like another accident or calamity of any kind. Could be modern, could be black and white. Honestly, I'm not looking too specifically for a picture of a specific moment, because I think we can make it work with any moment in time. How long do these photo edits take? It varies wildly. If you see my VODs, you can see some that I've taken several days to go through, where I streamed like 2 or 3 days to finish one, and some to take like an hour or less. It really depends on the base pictures, because the more different the base pictures you're trying to mix together are, the more you'll have to work so they look realistic together, right? There's more to it, but that's the gist of it. Have you heard of it? Shadow of Chernobyl. Shadow of Chernobyl. I don't think I have. Let me Google search that. Shadow of Chernobyl. Oh, no, that's a game, Stalker. Do you mean like an actual thing called the Shadow of Chernobyl? It's all Stalker here. Not the game. Okay. Let's do minus this, so hopefully it'll disappear from the... Maybe this? The Guardian? Long Shadow of Chernobyl. I think this is figurative speech. Let me find its name. Yeah, let me know, because I'm not finding it here. Anyway, okay, I wanted to show you one specific page of results that I think we're gonna be able to find something great at. Although I'm liking this bridge collapses too. Like, this is dope. But let's open it in a separate tab, because we don't have enough tabs open, right? And I think the search I did was railway fire, because I was looking for a flame. I was looking for a highly visible flame, and I was trying to look for in old pictures, in black and white pictures, and I needed to separate it to put it in another picture. I'll show you in a moment. And I figured like something that is easily flammable and that we would have a lot of pictures of are like trains and stuff like that burning, like oil, like those gas fires. So like stuff like that, like isolated fires. But I did this search and there's so many good creepy pictures in there. Like just sure, like pictures like this are always gonna be like slightly creepy. But there's some really high quality stuff to like put monsters on. Like pictures of first responders and stuff. Fighting the fire. There we go. There's some pictures of burnt railway car, train cars that are dope. Like this is a perfect place to like draw a monster just peeking out of the corner. I see, but people reported seeing cryptids very similar to Mothman days before the incident happened. Oh, interesting. Want to add a command? Abba? Indeed, Abba is the one and true religion. Okay, okay, hang on. Let me add that to the command list. Oh, I guess it's here. Right. There we go. Abba command. You got it. It's called the Blackbird of Chernobyl. Oh, Dappermancer, I recognize that. Thank you. Okay, okay. Blackbird of Chernobyl. Let's see if we find something. Blackbird of Chernobyl, Mothman Wiki, yeah. Clearly, people relate them. Oh yeah, that's very, very similar description, right? On time 15-minute break. Hey Quinn. It's a good video. Okay, I'll check it out later. That's interesting. I had no idea about this one. So I guess this for people who like live in Mothman or like invested in that story, that would mean like Mothman is not specifically tied to America or not specifically tied to that area in West Virginia, right? I mean, it can be a global thing, so we can do like a story anywhere. Just call it Mothman, right? Like if this fire is in, I guess, Sweden, because this is Swedish. I think it's Swedish. By the way, good picture. So if we put it in this fire, we could just tell a story about Mothman appearing in Sweden. Or like something of the same description, not calling it Mothman because that's too obvious. Bump up those points. It's too cheap. Well, what do you want to get? Some very good pictures of fires, and I feel like Mothman could fit in so many of these. Like, got a clear patch of sky here, just put him flying. Oh, this one's brutal. This is like the whole fire, the whole train is on fire. Oh, the idea of Mothman and Blackbird. Both like harping it. Yeah, I like that. And Mothman, like as I said before, if you weren't here before, I'm saying that Mothman is not a cryptid, and there's no way you can't convince me otherwise. Mothman is just like a creature or an alien or just a paranormal thing, but no cryptozoologists would consider Mothman. Well, I guess some would. But there's no like effort to try to classify a Mothman as a bird species or something, like there is for like cryptids. A lot of people call it cryptid, and I don't mind. It's not something that bothers me, but it's just a technicality. Anyway, since Mothman is not a cryptid, and we aren't bound by the laws of biology here, of like where this species would be located and and how its ecology would be and what places it is adapted to. No, it's just Mothman. Just there to warn people. Or to bring doom, who knows? $2,000 points is down to through on stream? Really? That much? Yeah, okay, I'll pump it up then. I have no idea how the points things. I guess just estimation. This picture is very good, by the way. The guys are just sitting there, everything's collapsing. The guys they're just chilling. Okay, I was looking for one specific, or a couple specific ones. Here, okay. These two are super cool. There's a fire in, I guess, a train station. 1915, somewhere in Sweden. Kiruna. I've been there. It's close to Stockholm. These two pictures are fantastic. And since we got two perspectives of the same thing, you could do like Mothman in the two of them. This is the first time you've heard my voice ever? Well, I guess I haven't been here too much. I have to come into these streams more. Depends on if you're a sub, but points aren't super hard to get. Yeah, I have like very bad estimation skills for that. Like, I don't know, I put a 20,000 point reward as a joke for a gaming stream because people were telling me to do gaming streams, and now I guess somebody will reach it then. Okay, so these two for now are my biggest candidates, because we can edit both of them and do like a similar Mothman flying, or maybe in one of them it's perching over one of the buildings and in the other one is flying, just to have a little variation. It's not a big thing. Mothman is not like a huge thing, so we can just draw him on. It's not gonna be hard at all. It's in the fog too, so we could do two for not a lot of effort. Let's look at a few more pictures, because we might change our minds, and there's so many, folks. I love looking at old pictures, by the way. Could do this all day. This one's dope. Oh, I love this one. Probably hear this being, but you know the Publix monster. Yes, I've heard about it, but I'm not too familiar with it. Really close to where it's supposed to. Oh, interesting. Let me copy paste it on Google so we can find out more about this monster. Oh yes, okay, that's the bridge one. Yeah. That's where it's supposed to live, under this bridge. It's like a goat man. Oh. I like it. Someone insists on not changing his entire stream schedule to accommodate me. I'm sorry. My stream schedule is a mess. There's no schedule. It's just like, oh, I can this evening. Okay, let's do one. What about Mothman? Just a cryptid hybrid. Okay, so a question about Mock. If you guys don't know Mock, I guess welcome. I've been talking about Mock for so long. Hold on. Let me show you Mock. So Mock originally is this little spot on Google Maps that someone just found, and he posted on Reddit saying, "Oh, I found this creature running behind a Google car," and this is the spot itself. It's just like a tiny spot in one Google picture from like years ago. So I don't know how the hell he found it, but it's just one spot. So I had the dumb idea of sketching it out, and then it became a thing. So now I guess Mock is a thing, and Mock is the name we came out for him. There he is. That's my edit I did for him. Anyway, Mock. Would you guys consider Mock a cryptid? Like, should we try to treat Mock as if he was a real, like a real animal, that we should think about it, their ecology and their how they live and work, or is it just like a magic thing, like just it appears behind Google cars and whatever? Hellcat spawning. I mean, if someone puts Hellcat in a game and we are playing that, no need for points for that. Yeah, Mock is very polite. I think we should call him a cryptid, yes. Yeah? Yeah, okay, cryptid then. That's another picture of the entirely burning train, which is really good. At some point, even though the description, there's like 600 images or 100. At some point, it'll start being unrelated stuff. So I don't know how many we have left to look through. Oh, these are fantastic to put monsters in. You guys, if any of you guys' craft is putting monsters on creepy pictures, consider these, because they are very cool. It's like burnt building there. Oh, like this is like prime monster material, right? Google cars have unlocked new enemies. Look at in Spore. That would be good. Okay, Queen, have a good rest of your work day. Yeah, hopefully you can stick around longer. And the video will be up if you want to see what we did. And I mean, I'll post it to the Discord and everywhere. Can you send this one? Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's a few of them. So I'll send you this link, right? The search link. So you just go down to the lower part of the page and you got them all here. Also, I could just tell you what to look for, but it's Swedish, so it's gonna be long. So many good pictures of burning trains. Why is it such a good aesthetic? This is brutal, by the way. Just, I love that there's people literally there. Like, you guys are next to the fire, like carrying poles and whatever. No protection, just like a shirt. People are crazy. All I can draw is anime. Ah, you can drop monsters in pictures. Don't let your own preconceptions limit what you can do. Got a big gun. I think it's gonna start being unrelated stuff very soon. And okay, visually, it's more interesting for us to do an edit on a picture that where the tragedy, the fire and whatever has already happened, even though canonically Mothman appears before the tragedy to kind of warn or like bring it. We can just assume it was hanging around after that, right? Just for the sake of the picture. Because if we just do Mothman flying around the building, what's the point? I mean, we can find the same building before and after burning, but that's going to be unlikely. Yeah, I think that's going to be unrelated stuff, just like general railway stuff, yeah. Some other burnt stuff, but yeah, no, we're not gonna get any more interesting pictures from there. Okay, we got, like, as you can see from here, we got a bunch. Standing, yeah, standing next to like a literal blaze. And the guy is like, doesn't care. Oh, this is very good. I like this. Oh, it's, okay. So this picture is great. It seems like a factory. Because the chimneys, whatever you, however you pronounce that. I guess it's a factory that's burning. In Sweden again. Yeah, fabric. Factory. Yeah. Okay, this one is really good, but we can only do a silhouette here. Because Mothman is small. We can't do like much more than a little dot here. Which sucks, because the picture is really good, and I wish I had more from this specific moment. Let me see. We'll look for this. Let's see if there's more. Yeah, no, there isn't. Just that one, unfortunately. Mothman be like... yeah. Exactly. Okay, this picture... Okay. There's one condition where we can use this picture. We find it here in its original source, and it's really high quality. And we can just zoom in a lot on it, but I don't think it will be, because it's a print, it's not a... I mean, it's a good scan of a print. And we have like some lit up areas where we can do like one silhouette. But yeah, gotta get closer like this. It's all very Swedish today. I think every picture we've pre-selected, yeah, it's all from the same archive in Sweden. Or Digital Museum. Might be Norway actually. I don't know. They're very similar languages, so I get them mixed. Okay. I'll let you guys choose. The how do you call it? Factory fire or the station fire? What do you guys prefer? The station fire would be these two pictures, and getting the two of them, putting Mothman on the two of them. And this one would be like maybe an entire a zoomed out picture like this, and then a version of it where we zoomed in like to one specific area and we can see Mothman. Both of them would be two pictures, because in one case it would be different. Yeah, is that the factory? Public domain. Oh, we got more votes for the station. Okay, I think then let's go for it. Let's download them all. Same archive, so. Oh, now we got equal amount of votes. Hang on, I think I can do a poll on here. Create new poll. We'll do it as a poll. How about that? There we go. I think there's a poll on. I haven't tried this before, so I don't know. Yeah, there's votes, so it's working. Okay, good to know. I used to have like a plugin for polls, but I guess Twitch added its own natively. In any case, let's look for these. We're getting close to the end of the poll, and we're 3 to 4. It's gonna be a close one. Oh, there's a spam bot. Who won station by just 1 vote? Hold on, let me... Ah, not good at this. There we go. Democracy, weird system. Well, it does work, so let's go with station then. So it's this one. And where's the other one? That's not it. Should have the same... Oh no, it has a different name. That's why it doesn't appear. I'm closing some tabs right now. Hopefully should lighten my RAM up a little bit. Okay. So we got this and these. Yes, these are the good ones. Done and done. I don't know how large they are, by the way. Hopefully they're not too small. Save these and just save some in case we go back. Save some of the good ones. Okay, there we go. That's a lot of tabs closed. Okay, so we're here. Let's pull them both in. Those have the places. There we go. All right. This should be big enough, looks like. Let's zoom it in a little bit so we don't get the edges. Maybe I can turn this one around slightly. There we go. Often if there's any writing on a corner, I eliminate it, like I crop it out. In this case, I think we'll keep it. Depends on what story we go for. If we go for the original story that is like a station in Sweden, then we'll keep it. If it starts not fitting the story we're gonna go for, we'll crop it out or change it. Change like the place name or whatever. Okay, that's the one, and the other one. Let's see. There we go. Are these from the same day? 26/4/1915. Yes, perfect. I mean, obviously they were from the same day, but you never know. Maybe it was a very long fire. It took several days. I love that there's like people watching too. That's not something I often have on my stories or my edits. I think it's pretty nice in this case that we have like witnesses. Okay, and here's the idea I have in my head. Let's get a nice little pencil brush. Okay. So the idea is to have him here perched, maybe? Something like this. I'm not very good at sketching, but you get the idea. Just like no neck, little eyes. Classic Mothman. I love it. It's the best design because it's kind of dumb. Like, okay, people who draw Mothman with a head. No. Never. Mothman has no head. Just a little stump boy. Marketable Mothman plushies. Don't give me any ideas. Okay, so that, and on the other one, put him flying. I don't know what kind of wings he has. You guys think the wings are more bat-like or more bird-like? Or even insect-like, since it's a moth. I think most depictions I've seen, they have like normal bird wings with feathers and stuff. Okay, let's get that stumpy little face there with the two big eyes. There we go. What kind of silhouette would you have in the air? It's like two little legs, maybe. I'm not good at drawing, by the way. Especially if I'm not putting, like, I'm just sketching here, but drawing is not my forte. As you might see by the fact that I make my things with pictures. Kind of mix of both wing types. More owl-like. West Virginia's Mothman statue has a head, so I disapprove of that depiction. Okay, here's my favorite Mothman art, and it was done by someone who apparently saw it. Original sketch. Did I write that well? I didn't, but Google got it. Here, oh no, this one. I love this image. There it is. This is canonical Mothman for me, okay? Because that's an eyewitness. So it doesn't get more precise than this. People who draw it like that, like, come on. Okay, this acceptable. Like, if it has a little stumpy head but no neck, then yes, then I approve. But yeah, I love the fact that it's just a chest with two eyes. It's adorable. It is. It is. That's why I love Mothman. Okay, this depiction is very cute. I like it. Here's one with more bat-like wings, but again, too much head here. Remove that neck and we'll be better. This is just creepy. I think feathers seems to be the prevailing interpretation, right? Oh, this is very good. This one's very good too. It's very man-like, like a bit too human maybe. It has arms. And this is very good. Also like this one. It's pretty much an owl. Yeah. Oh, that's good. I like those antennae. Yeah, I like this interpretation a lot. And the silhouette too is very cute. Very cute, very interesting, very nice. Big red eyes is of course the most important thing here. Because that's the only, like the one thing that's constant in its description is big red eyes. Let's go with as insect-shaped wings, maybe, which it seems to have here. And the sketch I'm doing here is just to guide me, but at the end of the day, I'll try to find maybe a picture of an owl in flight and try to modify that. So yeah, my depiction here is just approximate. I'm trying to more or less guess a silhouette, guess something that would look nice, to then try to find something that looks similar to that. in picture form. Something like that. More like square-shaped wings. And in this case, just the wings are pulled in like this. So in this case, we don't have a lot of like silhouette to work with. It's just making the eyes very striking. I think that's our most important task here. We might pull up since I think that interpretation looks nice. No neck, but still like a little stumpy head, right? Something like that. And we could go for some antennae too. Some couple little more moth-like features. Have a good snack. That's very moth-like antenna. Could be nice. Anyway, let's look for pictures, shall we? It's the important part. And we can do a zoomed in version of both of them if we feel like the silhouette is not already like doesn't call the attention it needs. Okay, let's try and Pixabay, right? Pixabay is a great resource if you want free pictures. There's a little bit of everything. Not for historical pictures. Okay, I'm trying to find a flying one first. This is nice, actually. I like this. Although maybe a more soaring one where we see the silhouette would be better. Something like this, but not in drawing form. You're always gonna find weird composites on here. This site has some very strange composites that people make. This very clearly composited picture with the moon is apparently like over the mountains. How does that make sense? Okay, so we got a lot from the front like this, which is pretty nice, but I'd rather have something from below. Another weird one. Like, okay. Look at that. The owl is just perching with one foot. The other one is just in the air. He has a crown too. This is closer to it. But it's all edited, so I want a clean one I can use. See, like this side has a lot of stuff, but it also has a lot of fluff that you don't need. Like this, like 2005 looking emoji. 2000 symphonic metal music video. Absolutely. You nailed it. Something like this would be nice, but this top part is from paid stock sites, and I'd rather use free ones, unless I have no alternative. Really nice picture, by the way. Get something from the back like this. But I do want those two striking eyes. What? Okay. Alright. Good cutting though, like those... Hang on. Oh, guess doesn't let me zoom in, but those little hairs here Like, props to whoever did it. Took the extra time to cut those well. Oh, I like this. And this is good too. Okay. Hey, thanks for the cheer.
Found up my local takeaway do you deliver? No without chips, sausage and PS bang phone down.
I love that though. So I put it in Spanish just because it pronounces English the funniest way. Thanks, Stuart. Okay, I like these two. Got a nice silhouette. Got the face there in the front. Don't know which one would be better. I'm kind of betting for this one. Let's see if it looks good. Let's download it and pray for the best. Where is it here? There we go. There we go. Good job, Photoshop. Easy. That was an easy cut. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's the beginning. Welcome back. Hope you have had a good snack. Okay, so we gotta up the contrast. More cheers. Thank you.
Hello, this is Microsoft Technical Support. Your computer has
Microsoft
sent us a
Technical
message
Support.
regarding a virus on your system. Are you sat in front of it?
Just stuff a slice of bread in my face. That's a good snack as any. Is the station image detailed? I mean, the one I'm using in the back. Yeah, it's pretty high quality. It's a print, so if you look for old pictures, there's two things you'll usually find: a scan of a print and a scan of a negative. Scans of negatives are amazing. They just have the best quality. They're super easy to use. You can zoom into one little portion and it'll look like just as good. Scans of prints, they obviously have a limitation, like just a size limitation that that a negative doesn't have. So I think this is a print, but as far as prints go, it's pretty good. I mean, it's obviously a print because we got like a scratched up text, and you can see the we reached the detail limit here. It is foggy, which makes it look like it's less detailed. But as you can see on the other one, where it's a bit not as foggy, the detail is pretty good. Gonna have to do a little blur. Gonna have to add some dust on the things we add, but other from that, it's pretty good. Look at the extreme left button. Window and R. What does that do? Gotta make me closer. Oh, gotta save this, by the way, before I forget. Execute. Oh, you're gonna make me execute a thing. No, no, I won't fall for the scams. Okay, okay. Yeah, I've watched enough scam baiting to know where this goes. Okay, how about this for a silhouette? Let's hide our drawing. It's like a little bit thin around here, and since we're gonna make it very, like, this is just an approximation, but gonna make it very silhouette-y. It's kind of weird, right? Let's try the other owl maybe, because it had a clearer silhouette. We do have a corner here missing, but should be good. Made a negative scan that showed a print. What do you mean? Not best quality, but you can work with it. Yeah, I mean, and in these cases, if you're trying to do like old and creepy stuff like I do, picture quality is not that important, because worse quality can even add to the effect. As you can see, sometimes I add like extra noise, extra grain and stuff, just to like up that feeling of old and damaged. Okay, let's see this one. This might be good. Some of those Wikimedia titles. Annals, files of a... What? Very specific names. I love it. Let's actually keep it like this. Yeah, why not? So I guess if we're gonna... Yeah, I don't care about the face. Like, just forget the face exists. We can put it like this too. Let's flip it. I think this is pretty good. And again, just forget the face, because we're gonna be doing our own thing here. Oh, there's comment breaks in the link. Okay. Let me see if I can find, yeah, if I just copy paste it, it should be good. Oh no. Look at that poor boy. Oh. Poor guy. Okay, so we got a base to work from. We need to fix this little corner up, and I think we're just gonna cut a little bit from the wing. It's fine. It's just that corner. So a few things. First, just gotta go and desaturate, but then we're gonna colorize. Yes, and that's perfect. That color is right what we need. Go with lightness a little bit. Just gonna manually paint a little bit of the colors from the background, so we get a bit more of that silhouette feel. Also reduce the contrast a little bit, so the wings look more like they're one color, or just a couple like simple colors. Since Mothman is supposed to be like jet black, so would be better to remove some of the details on the wings there. Or at least make them harder to see. Let's go like this, actually. I like that it's turned around completely at this point. But it's fine. The silhouette still works, so that's the important part. Okay, so we're gonna go on top of the main image. Gonna do a clone stamp. We're gonna try to remove some of the patterns. To make the wings still look textured, because we're still gonna be using like those top of the wing textures, but of a more, I guess, constant color instead of like alternating dark and bright. Let's see if this looks good. As always, this is just trial and error. If at any point it looks like I know what I'm doing, don't believe me. It's all a lie. Yeah, I think that might look acceptable. As always, I always do non-destructive editing, which means anything I do, I try to make it reversible. So if I'm gonna add something, I add it on a separate layer always. If I can, I'll use layer masks instead of deleting. That way you always keep what's below the layer mask. Smart objects, so you can go back on your, like, this is a smart object. I can just remove all the filters at any time or modify them. This is non-destructive editing, so no original pixel, if you can help it, gets destroyed. And it is more like processor and like in general computer intensive. Like, it's gonna strain your computer if you edit like this and you're past like 100 layers. But it's how I like to do it. And you know, some photographers, you'll see them work and they always work on a single layer and they always combine them. They're always like losing the possibility of going back. And if you're a photographer and you're just editing a picture so it looks nice, then yeah, I guess it's a good method. But if you wanna make something like this, like a full composite, where you never know if you're gonna have to go back on a thing you did an hour ago, then non-destructive editing is the good method. You're not even Spanish, it's all a lie. I've been lying to you all along. Dios mío. It died. Yes, that is me. Not even gonna try to pronounce that. Yeah, so I'm gonna make just some more space between the feathers here on top, just to make it clear that it's a feathered wing. mean, I think it's pretty clear already, but if you look at it from this far away, it might get a little bit confusing. So let's just try and hopefully separate some of them. Just trying to use a pressure controlled brush here and just go at it with very light touch to get just very thin lines. Then I don't claim it because I'm not gonna read that. It'd be an insult to Italy. Okay, there we go. We got that. The wing shape, I think, looks pretty good. I'm kind of wondering what to do with the legs, though. This is a top view from an owl. So this is the back of the owl, and the legs would be here on the other side. So we still have to put something here, right? At least the suggestion that there's legs. Let's see that one drawing. Just like... I like this. This is good. I kind of outstretched in the back. Makes it look more human-like. More than a bird, you know, that would have like the legs curled in like this. What else should we do? Okay, so we got this layer, which we removed a little bit of that texture. I also want to do the same thing on the face, right? So I want to take some textures and just goodbye face. There we go. That's not an owl anymore, just a blob. And the blob we can work with. Let's try to cut down the blob face a little bit closer. This is an intermediate hardness brush. And let's make that face a bit shorter. Is it human-sized though? That's something I've been wondering. It's not in any description. Like I was mentioning maybe like big bird size. Although I guess if we look at the surrounding stuff, that looks pretty human-sized, more or less. We can always change the size, by the way. It's part of the non-destructive editing. We can always just adjust. I don't know, how big is Mothman? Do you guys have any insider info you can give me to make a decision? How about this? That short, nubby face, nubby like head. We can. There we go. Make like a continuous curve with the wings. Like start at the wings and then do this. Total average human. Okay. Yeah, the wings would be enormous. In that's cool though. Not a bad thing. Sorry, I had a conversation. Apparently it has 10-foot wings. How much is a foot? 10 foot is a lot, right? 10 feet, I guess. Yeah, it's supernatural. Yeah, we can do whatever. Screw logic. Let's do eyes. Okay, now let's do something key on top. There we go. I want to go big with the eyes. And this is just an outline, by the way. So they're not going to look like flat circles, but just want to position, like, find a place for them, put them down, and then we decide. Let's pull up this reference. They do put it with slightly smaller eyes, but if there's one thing that is everyone can agree on with Mothman, it's like big red eyes. We don't have red because this is black and white, but we can go big. Do this make sense? A bit to the left there. I think a bit even more here. There we go. Uh, 3 meters. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's big. And I went with this because it's the widest part of the image. You can go like even slightly wider from this area here. And sure, the eyes, like IRL in a creature like this and in a picture like this, wouldn't be glowing at all. But this, again, is supernatural, so let's go for effects here, right? I think, actually, let me do the random corgis. Thank you for that, follow. I'm gonna do the shine separately. I'm just gonna do this, and this, and then do a Gaussian. That's what I wanted. It's pretty good. Okay, so below that shine, work a little bit, like not making this look like a flat circle, adding some shading around the edges. Do a little bit, there we go. Should we go like all white eyes, or should we try to go for a pupil or some kind? Let's look at interpretations. Yeah, it's like flat red eyes. So yeah, screw the pupils, right? Laser eyes. Hang on. Beautiful. My masterpiece. Hang on. Need a... That's it, we're done, right? That is Mothman. We just gave him a new power. Cause come on, if we're adding to the mythos, we gotta give it something interesting, right? Okay, so let me name a few layers before I keep forgetting what is what. So this is just eyes 1. This is ours too. Okay, so we got 3 eye layers, and these are just like general background layers. Then we're gonna go on top, and we are gonna take this and extend it. Extend it towards the back. Put a big smile. Okay, okay. I like that. Let's just go this, right? Just a white color and something like this. Beautiful. This, okay, I'm gonna argue that this actually looks a little bit creepier. Would pay me for that? And then you know where my commissions are. Coffee.com/Valdevia. You got the cash. He's really enjoying it. By the way, okay, Mothman is a supernatural being of unknown species, unknown intentions. Why do people assume that it's a guy? Like, come on. That's a big assumption to make. I don't think Mothmen have the conception of gender. Or do they? Is that some part of the Mothman mythos that I don't recall? Yeah, of course, like, why did they put man in the name? Moth person, come on. SMH, my head. Okay, let's see those. That little inspiration, because I like those little footsies here. It's popping from the back. So we're gonna kind of go and do a whole slab of texture. It'll make sense in a second. Just I want to get the general shape of it right. And then we'll add a layer mask. And we'll cut it to the right shape, hopefully. Should have like two little feetsies here. Is that too human? Those are looking too human to me. Oh god. To get a good picture of hermit crabs. Oh! Yeah, still got those open. That would be cool. I'd love to do a crab. There's a lot of monster ideas for that. By the way, I didn't show you guys the commissions I did lately. Let me pull them up. Just to catch you up on what I've been doing out of stream. So you guys might have seen the last ones I've been doing are for a project that's gonna be on Kickstarter this next month. I think the 8th or something like that. I'll be posting about it on Twitter, and it's about peculiar children. It's like children with strange powers. So I'm gonna show you the old ones I did, and then the last couple ones I did the past few days. So this bee kid who does, like, as you can see, can shoot bees out of his mouth. Got frog kid. He's a frog. I guess he can jump really high and stuff. This little kid who can make things float, and herself. And these are not like locked down choices. These are like for the art book, and you can really choose like any power you like. There's gonna be a long list. These are just like a few ones I did, right? As like examples, or like to set the mood and the tone. There's Invisible Kid. There's Arm Kid. Has 6 arms. Well, 3 on one side. We can assume there's 3 on the other. Who else? We got Portal Kid. This kid has a little one of those hoops. Can make into a portal. And the last couple I did is this one, Fire Kid, who can shoot fire out of her hands. And I really loved this picture because it's like the little brother who's looking so weirded out by this sister's abilities. And where's the other one? And there's the okay. And this is kind of a jokey one, like a kind of a meme one. But I wanted to do super speed and have the kid appear as a blur, like barely registering the camera because they're so fast. So I took a picture of a race and just blurred one of the kids out. Anyway, that's that project I've been working on. It's been very fun, and I'll post you guys. I'll link you guys to the Kickstarter when it starts. If the stretch goal is reached, and it's not a very high stretch goal, so I think it's very reachable. One of the I think the first stretch goal actually is going to be getting more portraits like this, getting more pre-made characters with these portraits. So I'm going to be making more, and that's good for that because that's work for me. I'm going to be making more if the stretch goal is reached. And it's going to be a tabletop RPG, right? So they're all playable in this system. Yeah, Portal Kid is from the last stream, if I recall correctly. Yeah, dangerous, very dangerous. Yes. Yeah, anyway, those have been really fun commissions. I've also done a few for another game. It's still unnamed. It's gonna be also a tabletop game, but one of those like war games with figurines that's set in a like parallel universe Cold War with mechs. So it's gonna be all like mechs that kind of look like walking plane fuselage. It's very cool concept for mechs. So I've been doing all these. So I have 5 in total. There's this one with the soldier, and then there's this one in a street, which is the last one I did. I don't think you saw this one. Anyway, these have been fun too. Like, I love getting projects and commissions that match my style and are actually fun to do, because a lot of what I've done for commissions have been like things that I can do, like things that are within my skill set, but that are extremely boring for me, like just like Instagram ads and stuff like that. So this is much better in my opinion. Yes, Max. That project is still coming in a while. I think it's still like in planning stages. There's no like Kickstarter for that one yet. But stay tuned to the Twitter around the 8th, because I'm gonna be posting all these skits that I just showed you. I'm gonna be posting it as one or maybe probably several like separate little stories like the ones I usually do. So we're gonna be writing some backstories for each of these kids. Okay, let's pick a dark color. How do we feel about this feat here? Not entirely sure. Actually, yeah, probably. Just moving them around a little bit, see if it works better. I'm trying to follow the line of his body, and I guess that makes sense. Let's see before and after. On this one, it kind of looks like the feet are like moving up, right? I think we're gonna go with something somewhere in between these two states. Yeah, if you guys are interested in that, like Peculiar Kids projects, I can link to the Kickstarter, which should have like a little button so you can get a reminder when it starts. Hold on, I'm gonna get it for you guys if anyone's interested. Hold on, gotta find the link. There we go. If anyone wants to follow that. Are they called Mothman if they have bird wings? Good question. I think it's the first article that describes it says something about a Mothman, and I thought they may separate it like Mothman, but I think that's why. Hold on, we can look for it. Let's do Mothman here on Wikipedia. First newspaper report was published in November 1966. Oh no, it actually doesn't. Couples see man-sized bird creature something. So first described as a man-sized bird. And I don't know who coined Mothman. Shamo Toma. Thank you for the photo. I don't know exactly where a large flying man with 10-foot wings. Creature's eyes glowed red. Lol Extremo 32. Thank you. Thanks for following. Yeah, I don't know who exactly coined the term Mothman. I'm sure it's there somewhere, but I'm not gonna read Wikipedia on stream. Gonna bore you all to death. It doesn't even look too much like a moth. Yeah, exactly. As a moth fanatic, I'm very disappointed. Well, hopefully my big moths can fill that gap in your heart. Being called Mothman in college because I wear a moth cape. That's powerful. It's inspired by a Batman villain called Killer Moth. Okay. Interesting. So they just saw that Batman villain and were like, yeah, close enough. Let's go with that. Let's go with a bit of a darker color. Thing is, I don't have a lot of dark colors to pick from. If I don't want to like go away from the range of values in the Mothman itself. So the darkest I can go with is this, which is not very dark at all. the lightest I can go. Not very light either. Doesn't leave me many options, to be honest, to light these and give them some volume. Which kind of sucks. But you know what? He's in the fog, so in any case, I'm grouping all this up because it's in separate layers, so I can work easily with it. I'm thinking, since it's kind of coming out of the fog, this would be cool, right? Just like partially obscure him. Let's kind of try to tone that down so the silhouette is still visible. How about that? That's not bad, right? Let's put a color layer. Give him maybe a little bit more color. There we go. A little bit more. Like this. Maybe only to the dark parts. So only there. Okay, yeah, that'll be better. Okay, that's looking good. You ever feel like people would judge you for liking Granadol whenever? Who cares? Like, that's powerful. Live your life. People think anything. Fuck 'em. Thank you for that reminder, Big Colossus. Before the moth cape, I just wore a generic vampire cape, which is boring. How do you call a vampire cape boring? Generic. That's dope. Okay, so this, what we're seeing now, is the difference between starting working from scratch and just drawing like I did here, and starting from an image. Is that right now I have all this beautiful like plumage texture that even though it is like barely there, it does a lot for realism. At least I believe so. Okay, I'm liking this. I don't know if I would do too much more to it, to be honest. I think I might go for the color here. Just add that little touch. How do we feel about how dark it is? Is it a bit too dark for its surroundings? Because we can always like just mess with this until, obviously not too much, but lighten it slightly if it feels too dark, right? Just remove some of these here. No, let's go darker, even though it might lose a little bit of realism, but it's worth it for the image, I think. So the other students were the out kids already again. doing another color layer just to get that extra little touch. Let's do the same thing here, remove it from the whites. I kind of want to go for this tone here in the darkest areas. Okay, pretty good. Now we have some more things to match with the image, and first of all is that grain here. It's very light grain, so it's just a small touch. This grain thing I always do is like a pre-made action that if you are interested I can teach you how to do it. It's very easy. So we're gonna go with very light and larger. So we're gonna take, hold on, there. I'm gonna take this and make it larger. It's just a little cheat to get larger grain easily. Oh, tell me medical facts. Yeah. Nearly missed it. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, what medical fact can I tell you? Got a few good ones. And hey, Sora. Sir, that is very respectful. Thank you. Okay. There's a type of hallucination that's called formication, not fornication. Formication with an M. It's a type of hallucination in which you believe that ants or other insects, or just creatures in general, are crawling behind below your skin. It's like a combination of a visual and a tactile hallucination. And it happens, it's a super rare thing, really. It's not something that's going to happen in like schizophrenics, usually. It's super specific to alcoholics. It happens to alcoholics in withdrawal. It's a very strange thing. They feel like ants are crawling below their skin. Weird one, huh? Yeah, that profile picture, it's gonna change soon. I commissioned an icon, so gonna have a new one soon that's gonna look fairly similar, like kind of the same pose, but it's gonna be in more of a cartoony style and in color, so it's gonna be fun. I'm also gonna have bug eyes in it. I'll let you guys know. Thank you for the follow. That's horrifying. Well, you guys wanted a medical fact. It's a real thing. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of blur, because I forgot to do that in the beginning. And let's see. We like just 0.6, just a little bit of it. By the way, do you guys ever notice that in my computer, instead of dots to separate the decimals, there's commas? You know, in Spanish, the dots and commas and numbers are switched up. So we put commas next to the decimals. It's a weird one, and I always get it confused. When I'm trying to do numbers in English, I always put the comma to separate the decimals. Alright, you have a good dinner, I think? Or, I don't know, whatever it is. Enjoy your meal. I think we kind of matched. Kind of matched it pretty well, I think. Like, in terms of grain. You can even get it down just a touch. Yeah, you feel my pain, the Colossus. What about... want to hear about Kotara Delusion. What's that one? Can't remember what it is right now. I know I've heard about it. It's probably one of those things that I didn't learn in med school, because it's one of those very rare things. But I did hear about it somewhere. Oh, yes, we have one major thing that I can't forget. This scratch here needs to appear on top of Mothman. If we have it cut the scratch like this, it would be weird. So what we're gonna do is Ctrl J here, copy the background on top of everything. We're gonna select only the part we need, which is, I think, this here. We are going to maybe overlay. And then do this. And hopefully try to find the right spot. There we go. Hopefully that'll look good. I'm only looking at the wing here. There we go. Oh, that's the one. There was a king, like a French king that had that, I believe. I think that's how I heard about it. Oh, let's actually go with multiply here. I think that looks good enough. We can also do a copy and do screen. Do the other way around. There we go. That scratch also has a little component up right there. You have a little bit of stuff to remove. There's a little scratch here, but I don't think it matters. There we go. Nice. Yeah, it's a really weird one. I mean, it's incredibly rare. It's not something you're gonna find in anyone you know. It's a very specific type of delusion. It's those that are like interested and cool to read about, but not something that the doctor is ever gonna find. That's why they don't teach that kind of stuff in med school. Anyway, we got a pretty good one here. Even if we only do this one for Mothman, I think we are... Oh, where's the other one? Oh, it's on top. Okay. So let's group all of these. Okay, all this group. Let's call it 1 for picture 1. I got this second one. So here's our boy, or girl, or entity. I think we're not gonna go with antennae like I initially planned, because I kind of like this, like just simple blob shape. Moth. Okay. I think we should try and find probably another owl, right? Just to keep the textures similar. Because we're gonna need some wing textures, some some plumage. And I'm thinking, like, because of the pose, we could go with a bat, maybe? Because they have that pose where they... Oh, sorry for bumping the mic. They have that pose where they kind of close their wings around themselves. But I don't know. Would be weird having that and then adding some textures on top. Hola, ¿qué tal? So we are gonna try to find another one. Let me save this since we used it. Okay, something like this. Look at this guy, just chilling. Something like this is pretty good, actually. Obviously, I need the lower part of it too. Oh, so cute. It's a bait image, but very cute still. I'd also rather have something that has a more like darker in general plumage and plain texture, like not super complicated. But I kind of like this one because we're looking at it from, well, we're not looking at it from that angle. That's a bit of a steep one. Let me know. Oh, I love that channel. Very deserved. Okay, how about this snowy owl? Because it's kind of a side view. But I'm feeling like we can take the wings and kind of close them around each other. Like, just copy the wing twice. And I don't know if that makes sense, what I'm saying. We'll see if it makes sense when we place it. That's the real test here. The real test of my weird ideas. Okay, let's see. So we'll cut the whole thing. We might have a use for it. Well, should we cut the feet? Yeah, let's go. There. See, Photoshop is only getting better. Like, okay, we got a little bit of an edge there, but easily fixable. Doesn't matter too much anyway, since we're not gonna be seeing that level of detail. All these videos are really high quality. Yeah, it's some of the best stuff in YouTube, to be honest. Okay, so we could also have him like from the back in the same way. I'm thinking we could have like the body maybe in one layer, and then for the other ones do this. Separate a wing. Okay, that's a wing. Also gonna do just a generic body shape, so we can have it as a base. We'll adapt everything later, you know, but just trying to see how we're gonna do this. Yeah, oh, his documentary, well, he has one on that guy who disappeared, who hijacked a plane and then disappeared. What's his name? I don't recall, but it's a very good video. And was it him that did a video on the Bermuda Triangle? I think maybe it was him. D.B. Cooper, yeah, that's a great one. Okay, by the way, let's just check the size, because I might get the size wrong. So just comparing here. I think that should be more or less the good size. Once we have everything together, we can just change it if it doesn't feel right. Oh, the yes symbol video, that's a very good one. Do you remember when he was top 10 Rage Comic? Did he used to do videos like that? It's like when Vsauce was a channel about like top 10 video game facts. Strange beginnings. Okay, let me try to make sense of this. So I'm feeling like we can do the wings kind of hang from the edges. Kind of like this. Then copy it, switch it around. Try to more or less match them, if that makes any sense. We'll try to add some differences so they don't look like it's the same wing twice. But that goes later. Group this up. So a few things we're gonna do first of all. Hue saturation. We're gonna try to pick a color from here. Something like this. And try to colorize. Saturate a little. I thought your classmates created. When I was in a distant city, I would draw in random walls, just like spreading the message. Spreading the good word of the S symbol. Okay, so something like this is what I was thinking. Of course, I need to edit that face. And I'm gonna do something real quick. Just gonna group this up. There we go. Just have it up here as a reference to get the proportions and stuff right. Like this should be fine. So we're gonna squish him a little bit. Don't care about his facial features, because that's gonna be erased in a minute. Squished owl. I love it. Let's try to pick. There we go. Sorry. Having a quick conversation. Since if you hear like noises around, it's just because I'm in an open room and there's people milling about. Okay. So we remove the facial features. Sorry, little guy. You're now a nondescript entity of some kind. Okay. We definitely need to make him darker, just in general. I think we gotta go here, go to levels. Maybe put those below the color, so the color like still keeps on top. Okay, and of course the color has to match, and like the max brightness has to match the sky here. Actually gonna go like this, I think. It's a very low contrast image in general, what I'm working with here. As you can see, the darkest color is maybe this. Hold on. This is the darkest, and it's in the corner. But the darkest we can see like around the area is this, so even lighter. And the brightest is this. We're gonna do something, we're gonna do a gradient map, just to get those colors right. And as you can see, the gradient map automatically selected the colors I have on my palette already. That's why I selected them already. We're gonna do color. And we're gonna reverse. There we go. That way the colors will hopefully match the pictures much better. Okay, let's keep working on the guy. On our boy. We're also gonna reveal some like back here so there's not a strange hole in there. And I'm wondering if I should show some of the feet there, just like propping on there. There's not a lot of space for it. So I think we can get away with just not doing it. Taking the lazy way out. Okay, this is taking shape. Maybe slowly, but it's taking shape. There we go, got little corners here. Let's combine everything. Put this on top. I'm gonna work on some of those little differences in the wings. Yeah, exactly. I like to call myself lazy, but yeah, absolutely. It's all about working in the most efficient way. I think that's most of learning Photoshop is. Like the beginning of your learning curve is always going to be a bit slow, but it's steep. Like you learn a lot of things, and in the first maybe few months or so of learning, you'll you'll be able to do pretty much everything you can think of, right? Like every effect you can think of, you'll at least have the capacities to like follow a tutorial and do it. But I think with years of doing it and years of learning, the most you learn is actually being efficient and getting a better, how do you call it, workflow. Like it's been 10 years doing Photoshop. I barely learn about new tools and things I've never used before, because I pretty much tried everything. I mean, Photoshop is vast, and there's stuff I definitely haven't tried. At least the stuff I need for my purposes. I know all of it pretty decently. But I still like keep learning new little things, new little tricks that speed up the workflow all the time. What did you miss? Well, we're putting the second Mothman. I don't know at what point you left. We're working on this one. So we're trying to get the textures looking right. Picking a cute owl to transform into Mothman, exactly. How's my photography doing? Well, with quarantine, I haven't had the chance to like go out and shoot too much, but and studying and stuff. I try to shoot some stuff when I got the time. Nothing too good, like nothing like worth showing, to be honest. Hey, thanks for that follow, Big Colossus. It is a snowy owl, yes. The original is this guy. Hold on, this guy. So it's a different owl than the one we used here. But we should be fine. I'm trying to darken it, and hopefully that'll work out. Should be doing this and overlay. There we go. Been doing this, trying to follow the light in the original picture, and now I'm realizing that it's the other way around, that the light is coming from here. I'm dumb. It's fine, it's not a big thing. Just one layer. So I try to approach my weird job. What's your weird job? And Hitzel, I don't have any... I think I got a lot of good ones uploaded here, since I haven't been editing them. I think the last edited ones are probably from the from Sevilla when I went there, which I think I already showed you guys, but those that didn't see it, some pretty good pictures out of that. I got this one, got this one. Pretty cool. Like I really like architecture and kind of symmetrical pictures. It's really my vibe when I take pictures. I'm Very much like that. A little kitty too. All the warm colors. And Twitch channel moderator. Oh, you're paid for Twitch channel moderating. That's cool. For a big channel then, I assume. Thank you guys. I'm glad to like them. I just got a camera, actually it's right here. Just got this little beauty recently. Fujifilm X-T30, and I only got this lens for now, but I'll get new ones with time. You know, saving up money slowly. And it's mostly like, I mean, because I like photography and I like to take my own pictures, but also to get my own material for edits. It's always been one of my purposes when doing this. Okay, we need a normal layer. So gonna go here, gonna select the noise. Oh, that's way too big for this picture. Guess it worked for the other one, but there we go. Yeah, that should work well. And this, why am I adding this right now? Because it helps us get a little bit more texture. A natural talent, I mean, I don't think so. Just know how to edit my stuff, to be honest. Hold on, did I mess it up now? I took a lot of pictures and then I edited the good ones, and they're heavily edited. I mean, let me just show you one of them. Taking a little moment. There we go. We got some guides there. You can see the original and what I did to it. So I moved the whole pool here so it would fit, it would be centered. You know, I'm kind of slightly OCD tendencies with this kind of stuff. So I wanted the pool to be like straight down the middle, and I guess I didn't take the picture perfectly straight ahead. Either that or the pool isn't perfectly straight. So I changed it, and since I changed the pool, I didn't have a reflection for this part of the picture. And I changed some of the back too, so the arches would fit. I also did the reflection all over again, and I think I kind of nailed the look of it. I hope I did at least. And then yeah, some just regular good old editing. Are you happy with the X-T30? I'm very happy actually. Compared to what I had before, it was a very old thing that worked, but gave me a lot of trouble, to be honest. And the menus confusing, they are, especially at first, since I've never used a Fuji either, so it took a while to get used to, I'd say. And it's still, since I haven't had the chance to use it that much, like still every time I pick it back up, I have to like reteach myself a little bit. But still, very good, actually. It's obviously it's not like the most professional camera you'll ever see, but for the price range and for what I need, for what I'm going for, it's quite perfect. I really like it. Okay, we got the kind of general darkness, right? I think the color still needs some tweaking, but gotta add some light in here. Okay. I think we are going to there we go. Gonna cut the head a little bit lower. Make it like slightly shorter. I think. A bit flatter and we're good, I think. Polaroid. Yeah, that must be fun. Never had one, but I used it a couple times, and it's honestly like so fun to just have the picture straight away, be able to see it, and in physically, because we're used to that with our phones, but I don't know, has a different feel. It's exciting. Bunch of creepy forest photos. That is cool. Hey, if you ever need some monsters put on them, you can drop them on the Discord, on the scan them and stuff and drop them on the Discord sacrificial altar. By the way, for you guys in here that aren't in the Discord, it's such a cool place, and you gotta. Oh, it's actually some new ones in sacrificial altar. It's a channel on the Discord in which people can post pictures and let anyone use them, right? So you just post your own pictures. Anyone can, for example, this one that Quinn posted, it's the one I use for my dumb Furby edits, which I'll show in a moment. Here. If you didn't see this one, that's my creepy Furby I did the other day. Anyway, great place if you want resources to do like creepy pictures and stuff. I'll drop a link in case. It seems like it's been very active this past few hours. It's cool. Ooh. There we go. My favorite pair of photos. Okay, let me see that. Do you mind if I show them? Well, that's too late. Really cool. I really love insect photography and macro photography, so that's very dope. Been looking for a while. You got 4.5k layers, damn. Oh, here's another cool feature of the Discord. Got a prompt generator, which I filled with like weird mystery prompts, and you can call for a prompt and it'll tell you like something like the Wailing Ocean Incident, like something you can base a little story on, or creature, and it'll give you some weird hybrids type creatures with a bunch of random generators that I did. It's pretty. It can get dumb sometimes, but it gives you sometimes some pretty cool creatures and pretty cool ideas. There's been some very dope drawings from creatures based on the generator. A regular Photoshop file. I think I think Ludo means layers as in points in the in the stream. That's how I call my points. It's an appropriate name. Everything in my overlay and stuff is themed around Photoshop. My little edge here is the selection edge. My notification sounds is a GIF I made based on the Photoshop overlay. If you never notice it, hold on, I'll just repeat an alert. It does a selection around that. This is not me doing it. And then does a Gaussian blur and disappears. That took a while to do. As dumb as it looks. Oh, okay, it is. Oh, they're from the same animal. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna light it up just generally a little bit. Still fighting with this, with the lighting in this thing. It's always a little bit harder when you're taking something that's bright, like a snowy owl like this, and turning it into something dark. Always will take quite a bit of just messing around with. Maybe we can do little levels here. Oh, sure, we got this here. There we go. Okay, see you later, hopefully. Thank you. And sorry, how did I do that? So I pulled, if I recall correctly, it's been like a year since I did that notification, but I think what I did was pull up a document in Photoshop, just a blank document. I think I chose green for the background just to make it easier to separate. Then I pulled up OBS. I did the whole thing, timing it right so it would match with the notification, and then saved that as a GIF and removed the background from every frame. I think that's how I did it. It took a while to, like, especially to get right the timing and stuff. Also, like, all my, if you've seen my messages, the subscriber badges are Photoshop tools too. I think the 1 month is brush, then it's a paint bucket, and then it's a clone stamp, I think. Or I don't know if that's the correct order. Anyway, let's try to do the eyes. Now that we got the main stuff out of the way. I don't think we got it out of the way yet, but at least in a decent place. Oh sure, I'm gonna do them on the very top. There we go. A little bit smaller. I tried to go for a theme with my Twitch. Since the only thing I do is Photoshop, I guess it's fitting. And maybe one day you people will raise enough points so I do a gaming stream, but That's just because you guys insisted. Actually, never done any stream that's not Photoshop. I've done some wacky stuff in Photoshop. Done should be right. I've done one where every time I pressed Ctrl Z, I had to drink. So don't tell Twitch that. I don't know if that's in the TOS. I think at least at the moment it wasn't when I did it. But yeah, since I've all these like automatic movements where I just do it without realizing, I kept failing at it. I kept pressing Ctrl Z, something that seems so simple. Stream isn't working anymore? Let me know if anyone else is getting trouble with the stream. It's looking stable for me, but oh, there we go. Alright, Rim, thank you for stopping by, and sorry that the internet crashed on you. You will play CSGO? Oh no. I barely play CSGO, I'm terrible at it. I have no qualities, what do you mean by that? Is that something I can set up? I have seen streams that do that, but I thought it was Twitch that automatically did it. I don't know if that's something I can set up. That's too low. Make the base slightly out of focus too. There we go. I think that's pretty good. You can't set it up unless you're partnered. Okay. I thought it was something like that. Yeah, I'm affiliate. Higher chances of snagging qualities. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I'm affiliate, but I'm like at the very base of affiliate. I have barely any sub points, so I only have one emote and stuff. Maybe I should set an objective or something. Let me know if there's any cool things I could do for an objective. I don't know. I'm not very creative with this kind of stuff. Okay, this gradient map, I think I need to fix it a little bit. Oh, that's not right. See, I very much feel in Twitch like I'm an outsider compared to the larger Twitch community, because it's very focused on the gaming part of it, and art on Twitch is kind of a second thought, and like feels like the corner of the community. Twitch barely focuses on it either. Oh yes, I think I have capped frames for performance. Since this is not a game or anything, I think it makes sense for a stream like this. Still doesn't feel right to me. Still need some tweaking. Let's try to go through it. Do the color layer. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, then we're doing the same thing we did for the other one and kind of letting the fog cover it a little bit. As you can see here, there's this fog coming from the corner, and if we need to, just for the effect, we can make a little bit more fog on here too. I kind of go for a texture like this, something that looks like a few clouds passing over. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad, but I think I'm gonna do what I mentioned and just cover that a little bit more too. Pull that inside the group. Oh yeah, that would make sense. Outside the group, but I do want to add the same noise then. Just so when adding this, this whole fog, it doesn't look like just me painting with this normal color. It does have a little bit of texture, a little bit of that noise on top. Let's reduce the opacity a little. There we go. Okay, this is the fog. Okay, how are we feeling about this? Does it look convincing at all to you guys? I want to put some lines, a little bit of shadow, to distinguish between what is one wing, what is the other wing, and what's the face. Distinguish between this main three parts, you know? So something a little bit like this. Yeah, I'll zoom out. And we can tack Still doesn't feel in place. Oh, I forgot to add some shadows below it. It's gonna be helpful. You can flip it too. Flipping it is good to show you a lot of errors. Sometimes you flip and you notice a ton of errors. Okay, let's add some shadow below it. And I'm gonna do this, that. Call this shadow and fog. Okay, we're gonna get a dark color from the image, something like this. Again, the lighting is actually pretty stark. It's pretty strong. So we can see this railing or whatever this was cast a shadow here. And I think that might be part of the problem. My shadows on top of the Mothman are very like soft. And they should be much stronger. So I think that's something we gotta fix. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can move around this whole fog or steam. Well, I guess it's a fire. It's right after a fire, so it's more like smoke, really. It's very bright, but it's still smoke, nonetheless. Okay, this shadow feels right. A lot of it is by feeling. Like, sure, this is some knowledge that you have to acquire about how light and shadow works. But for me, it's mostly by feel. Which is why I do a lot of back and forth. I do a lot of trial and error. It's just my way of making sure things work. I'm gonna work on that silhouette a little bit. There we go. And then a little bit of blur there. Just to match the hardness of this silhouette here. I'll do the same thing on the other side. And same thing on the head. Just get a bit. No, not that much on the head, I think. There we go. A little bit of a blur there. Yeah, you know, one of the annoying things with Photoshop and trying to make realistic edits and composites, it's edit prone. Hey, glad you can make it. So one of the hard things about this whole thing I do is our sense of how something is real or not, like our innate ability to catch a fake picture, is really strong. Because we walk around the world and we see how light and color and things work. We instinctively see and know how it works. So when we see it and it's not right, we know it's not right. But the problem is we often don't know how it's not right. We know that something is wrong, but we don't know exactly what it is. We can't put a finger on it. And that's one of my main problems. And why I very often ask people for feedback when I'm doing this on stream or when I'm doing it out of stream. Just I send it to people. Because when you're seeing it for a long time, you kind of lose a little bit of that sense of realism that you can get. So it's good to have other eyes on your work, just to make sure that you're not like getting too overconfident in a way. Anyway, lighting. There we go, that's our main lighting. Let's pull back up our guy here. There we go. This one's looking great, by the way. I'm loving this one. So here. Since it's generally just receiving a lot of light, it's right in the sun, right? The sun is pointing in this direction. So the only real shadow that we'd get is probably just this little edge. We can probably do a strong shadow. Let's go with this. Not like that. There we go. Do it in another layer. Should be easier to tinker with. Hey, you guys know each other. Usually your pieces have this impact. Oh yeah, I mean that's kind of, yeah, it's a little bit what I try to go for. Kind of accidental shots of monsters, where not always, but a lot of the time I try to do that, which feels like it was just got by accident. So I try to make it specifically with the lighting and the composition of the picture, so that it takes a little second to notice. Not too much, because then people are just not going to look for it. That little millisecond of, well, that's what I'm looking for. All the concept of doing things by feeling. Yes, I agree with that. And I do have like the words to explain it, but once I know how to recognize it. Which can take a while. When did that preview? Hey-oh. There we go. Computer had a moment. Feedback is always good, yeah. You can always murder the feedback. No, I mean, I really appreciate negative feedback. Even if it's just like, I have no idea what's wrong here, but it feels wrong. That's important to me, because that's that feeling I was describing. It's that innate feeling that we all have. Trevor did the pictures of the man with the face upside down. Yeah, that's a good one. Those were real good. I wish I did more like that. It is my very specific likes that I have with spooky art. I think the lighting is feeling more correct. It's like the other. What's this, by the way? Oh, it's just a little... I thought it was one of my layers just getting lost, but no. Okay, let's pull up. There we go. Looking back at this one, I think I still need to get that silhouette just slightly more blurry. Just a little bit like this. I think it was a bit too clean. Slightly too much contrast. I think you're right, yeah. Okay, we got these levels here. And we can just slightly reduce it. How about this? See, my brain wants to make it go quite bright, but I know Mothman is like jet black, so it's kind of hard to decide. I think we're also gonna mess with gonna go here, add a new layer mask. Let's do the silhouette a little bit more. Maybe we can make a more interesting silhouette. Let's see. Make more of a triangle with the wings. Instead of making them so round. Not that dark? Okay, let's lighten it. Just in the middle there. How about this now? It's sometimes kind of hard to when you're on stream to get the specific feedback for like, oh, stop there, because obviously there's a delay, so. Let's got this a little bit closer. Yeah, I like this silhouette a little bit more. I am gonna do the Gaussian blur, so it's not that clean. There's a mosquito flying around me. Yes, it's scratched. Actually, I think this scratch maybe... Yes, it's continued there. So let's just pull it back up. We'll do this. What else? Is there any other gunk I should add? Not specifically. Also, I just noticed this. There we go. Although I guess I could add like some gunk myself, just like one of these and one of these. Maybe another small one, a couple like this. Then put it up here, and we do maybe multiply. There we go. Yeah, this picture is all gunked up, like here and all over. It's part of the charm though. So, what else did I want to add? Okay, so I got this. This overlay I use sometimes. Has some dust. There we go. Just like a picture of a bunch of dust. I use it often to just add a little bit of gunk. This mosquito is really getting on my face. So annoying today. Okay, so I usually add this on screen, but since the gunk here is dark, we're gonna invert, add it as multiply, and then just pull this. So we just get the little spots left. Like this. And the good thing here is since there's spots of different brightness, different size, you just pull this way. You'll slowly remove them and just get like just the big ones. Just can add a little bit of Gaussian and you're good. Gunked up. There's a little bit of extra noise on there, extra dust on there, I mean. Yeah, I'm gonna add it to both. Just gonna add it as a general thing on top of everything. Set that extra little bit of gunk all over. And I'm gonna copy it. Put it on the first one. There. So it kind of helps blend together everything too. Okay, and then I think we're more or less done with things. I still might go back and change stuff, but what I like to do at the end is put everything into a single layer, make that into a smart object, and do Ctrl-Shift-A, which is Camera Raw Filter. So then I can mess with everything individually, and that's like with the whole picture. So we could remove some of that sepia tone. I won't, because I think it's dope. We can change the contrast, make it look a little bit more moody or something. Mess with the whites to kind of overexpose that smoke, I guess, but nah. Some of that dehaze to make everything look clearer, but also no. And then what I like to add is just that little bit of grain on top of everything. And we can choose like how fine do we want the grain, how rough. I think we're gonna go with some fine grain. Size there. So something about grain and images is that adding a little bit of grain and fine grain to an image can make it look sharper. Can make those like places without texture, give them that like extra little bit of texture that makes our brains think it's more detailed, and thus a picture is sharper, you know? But if you add larger grain, look at how the picture loses detail. I'm gonna add a little bit more so you can see. It kind of does like a blur too. So it's just a really fantastic thing to add at the end, because you're gonna add it on top and just help blend everything a little bit. Help maybe sharpen a little. Then you can add a vignette, which here won't work too well because it's a very just black, and I'd rather have the darks be of the same color, have that sepia tone. So the vignette really doesn't help here. Okay, I think that's it for this one. This one I'm really happy with. Sharpness is contrast, grain is contrast. Yes, that's true. Good way to put it. Yeah, that's true. It gets lost in compression. But if you go with large grain, that won't get lost. And especially if you're doing stuff like I do with old pictures, adding that large grain makes it look like it's maybe a bit of a lower quality print. It's like not as good of a picture, so it helps sell the effect. Let's do the same thing here. I'm thinking we're gonna go a little bit closer to the orange in the other picture, so like maybe pull the temperature up a little. I don't think the tint here will help, plus the vibrance. And maybe here in the color grading, you can get a little bit of orange in the shadows. How about that? Maybe a bit too much. And same thing as the others. Effects. Adding that little bit of grain, small. Adding a roughness, I don't know. And let's see a vignette here. Maybe just a touch, not a lot. Can go back up here. Moth time, hair around the house. For photographer Mehdi, add film grain LUTs. But they forget it's the dust and scratches. That's true. That's true. I always keep handy that dust overlay because it's very useful. I also have some. Thanks for the follow around there. I also have some film grain textures that I got off the internet. These are completely free too, and these look great if you want to go for that movie film style. You can add them as overlays, and they have that little bit of dust, little bit of scratches, plus the noise. So these are pretty good to add. Just like to do the noise and the dust separately though. Okay, so I'm messing with this, and contrary to the other one, I kind of want to go lower contrast. So maybe we can go and go negative dehaze here, which I don't usually do. I don't know if it'll look good. So this like put some haze in the image, and since it's already like very smoky, maybe helps with the effects a little. Hey, welcome back. We're doing some top level editing. So like we flatten everything into one layer, and now we're editing that layer with a camera raw filter. It's a really good like last step for anything you do, because you can just go and change all the colors, change all the basic exposures, contrasts, and we did this. Right, so we added that little bit of color to maybe make it look closer to the other, although now I'm seeing that that tone of orange is very different from this. What is this? Well, I guess it's orange too. It just doesn't feel like the same. Yeah, it's all within that range. Let's see if we can approximate that. Okay, color grading. Maybe more this kind of orange. Still not there. Why do it feel so different? It's a saturation, I think. Need to approximate this color. I guess we're adding a very saturated version of it. It's more like it, I think. Yeah, I think we're nearly there. It's so close. Maybe the highlights have some tint. Okay, so the highlights go more towards a yellowish orange, just a touch. So here in the highlights, can go like this. Let's see this. Still not there. How hard is this to get that? Hold on. I'm gonna do a gradient map where I start with this and with something like this. Right, and that's reverse. Add it as color. Let's see, we need a bit of this too. Somewhere here. Second one has more contrast. Yeah, that's on purpose, because I think this one looked better with a bit of a higher contrast, and this one with a lower one. I want to approximate the colors, especially. That's my main concern. I think like the darks there and there look very close. Just got this kind of pinkish. I don't know, it feels a little bit pink to me, but I know it isn't. It's there in the mid-tone somewhere. Let's see if I add it manually, if it does any difference. Oh, that helps. Let's see this. Oh, I think they're close enough. Windows, yeah. It does. Look, I think they're close enough that it doesn't really matter that much. I think the difference, like the main difference that maybe bothers me, is that the smoke here is much darker and has this tone here, while the other picture doesn't have that dark smoke. The smoke is very bright in general, so it's kind of hard to approximate that. I don't think I'll be able to, so I think screw it. Let's go with what we got. Oh yeah, allergy medicine has that side effect. It might be hard, but it would be really cool if you make the good point of Mothman. Oh! I like your thinking. That is entirely possible, actually. Shouldn't be too hard. So we're just gonna go, well, we have a lot of layers, as you can see. That is definitely not out of the usual for me. We barely got 55 layers. That's nothing. We are good. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna do this. Gonna select the guy and his surroundings. Got a little bit of leeway there. Gonna copy it as a separate layer. Gonna do this. Okay, so we're gonna, whoops, that is not the right. Gonna kind of fix the edges there, so we don't mess with anything. Do it with the mouse, because. Okay. I would kind of pin his elbows and the face. So we just need the arm to move. So I'm pinning the rest. And if we mess with something a lot, we can always mask it out. And we need it to point there. So, it's not really gonna help us. Okay. Need to unpin some things. Okay. We'll just mask around him now. Hope the arm isn't too mangled. Let's see. No, the arm looks similar. Okay. So it's easy because he's standing around, like the arm is right around some smoke. So you can just move it without a lot of consequence. Give him a third arm. Just to mess with people. It's like, oh, you thought this was a picture, this was a story about Mothman, right? Well, nope. It is a story about the weird village with 3 armed people. Where Mothman just happened to visit. Okay. So we messed with the house in the back a little. Nothing major. That is good. Okay. Then since we did all these adjustments on top, I mean it looks a little bit deformed, but that's not something people are gonna notice, I hope. People are gonna see this and that they're not gonna start looking at the arm of the guy and like, this is manipulated. And they're focusing on, you know, the big moth guy on top. So I basically just copied the, like basically the same layer, like the layers in the same way, and then just copied the filter. Transferred it. Okay, here we go. Gonna eliminate this. So I like this one way more because it's moody and it just looks very cool. I think having 2 will help like the little story we're gonna build. Create a whole story without people with 3 arms and no one talks about them. That would be cool. Just like have a very strange thing happening on the background of a story that's about something completely different. I want to see what happens if I obscure him a little bit more. Him in the building, I mean. Not that much. I'm just gonna play with the percentage here. Just a touch, I think that's good. Yeah, one of those cut stories. I don't know how much to obscure him, and that's something I always deal with, is the balance of how much do you want to show the creature or whatever you're making, how much do you want to hide from the audience. It's always hard. Because you still want to, if you worked on something and you've put effort into it, you want to show it, you know? But horror always works better when the things are obscured and obfuscated, so it's kind of a balance. How much fog do you want to put, you know? I don't know, how do you feel about obscuring it like this? It's like putting him into the fog a little bit more. Since we know people are going to be looking for him. This is the second picture, so people have already seen him in the first one, and that's pretty clear and noticeable. So the second one here can just be a little bit more sneaky about it. Yeah, I think let's go with it. We need to sign this. So I guess there's a lot of new people here. A lot of people haven't seen my streams before. I always sign every picture I do. Well, maybe not the small ones, but I always try to sign them by drawing this symbol, which is a V and an A and an L. It's Valdevia for my pseudonym. But I always try to hide it in weird ways. So like if there's a bit of text in the picture like this, maybe I'll try to hide it here. But sometimes I'll try to hide it in the image itself. Like, I don't know, maybe a bit of graffiti on this thing here. Which is seen in both pictures, by the way, I think. Maybe not. We just like hinted at here, but okay. What do you guys think we should go with? Text on the bottom here in both pictures, or graffiti on some of these columns, or this wall here maybe. Like doing a gang sign. I don't know. Would it be possible to do it with the fingers? You'd need like 2 fingers and a third one doing like the inverted N, and then I don't know. I'm not good at this. Although I'm wondering here, how do these two pictures fit? Because we got clearly the same buildings, right? That's clear. But on one side, you got this little part, this little wall here. That's on the right. On the other one, it's on the left. I'm thinking maybe this one is taken from the other side. Okay, we can see a pole here. We can see a pole here. Yes, definitely. Unless there's a pole on the other side, but... So they're taken from opposite sides. Mothman gang signs. Corner looks good. Okay, and corner. Or do you want it to seem like you also had to do something with the picture? I mean, I often do both. Like, sometimes I hide it in the picture itself, and like a logo in a crate or whatever. You can look at all my pictures, at least the main pictures of my main series, and it's always there. Let me show you a few examples. For example, that was 2 examples. Okay, well, this is all kites, but here it's in the written part there. And here, for example, it's in the trail cam number. It's like sneaky there. Well, I guess this one is also signed because in the documents that go with it. If you haven't seen this one, so it's some trail cam pictures that a hunter found. And it's the trail cam pictures, and then next to it, the forum of him like asking, what the hell is this? And people kind of joking around and ignoring him. And I had a lot of fun making this forum. And a lot of the little things are references. And this is me. This is Deviant Vol, it's me. And this is a picture I did when I was like 13 or something. This is one of my first Photoshop edits. Just say, well, I guess I'm not sleeping tonight. Yeah, that's another moth. So sometimes I go for hidden within the story or within the picture. Sometimes I try to go with more obvious thing. Like, okay, let's check the circus one. Oh, this is the original. Hold on. This one is in the signature of the poster itself. Here, in the one with the divers, it's there twice. So it's in this one, it's in a crate there. And in the report in Russian, because of course I'm gonna make a report in Russian, it's there. Like the reference number, and here. In my profile picture, here it is. Little pin on my little brooch or whatever you call those. That whole fake thread. You didn't see that one? Oh, it's my most popular one by numbers. Got like 1.8 retweets, which is crazy. 1,000 retweets, sorry. Which is quite crazy. If you want to catch up on my stories, depends on if I want to do it on Twitter or on my sites, but here you can see all of them on my site. And if you want to see them on Twitter, I also have a like one of those Twitter moments where you can like compile things, which is here. I catch up with all my bug stories. Do the same thing with the signature. Oh really? How does it look? You gotta look for it in your next stuff. Let's go here, it's the obvious one. So I'm gonna put it on top because I'm lazy. And hold on. Oh. Here. So we're gonna select a few lines we can use, like this part of the K. That's the one I can use the most, I think. Flip that. Oh, vertically. Hold on. Like this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put that on darken or multiply. I guess darken should do. I guess I should get some of those here. Those little shines on the line. That looks decent enough. Let me see. Triangle with a dot on top of the line under. Okay, that small one in the middle. Okay. Gotcha, I'll try to look for it. Did you get any progress on the Hellkite thing? No pressure, but I'm excited to see it. There we go, now we take all of this, we merge it, looks good, and we put it there, at the end of this little line here. And we're gonna extend the line so it meets. There we go. That looks seamless, I think. Let's see if we can copy it to the second one, or... yeah, we'll have to make another one. I mean, we could salvage that one, but we have enough material here anyway, so it's fine. Okay, we're gonna put it on the left this time. Not that it matters too much. Research into jungle plants. Well, if you need any, you need to tell you the whole ecology of hellkites, let me know. Have a bobkite just to cheer you on. It's a good song. Okay, this line is pretty good. We should be able to work with it. But it needs... this and luminosity. No. Just gonna manually cut the edge. There's a little bit of a halo. That'll be a pain to remove in any other way. Okay. So we got this. It's gonna copy it, flip it vertically. Oh. No, it's fine. Yeah, it works. Hold on. Put this on top, put it on darken, I guess. I was gonna make the picture, the hellkite, as a shadow. Yeah, but that's kind of hellkite's whole thing. It does camouflage, so they don't have to draw it directly, you know? In your set related to milk blood, it creates a 3D model. Yes, I use the actual same 3D model that's used in the video, which Mike Diva was very kind to get me. It's also, if you're curious about that one, the VOD is on here, so you can see how I inserted them. And how I fiddled with Blender like a blind person. Terrible at Blender, but you know, gotta learn sometime. Gotta combine some of these better. There we go. Gotta combine everything. Make this a bit smaller, I think, and should make it, I think. That's better. There we go then. That is 1 and 2. I think the 2 of them look fairly good. How many music themes are left? You mean in the Discord? We got a spreadsheet now because people can send suggestions there. And there's a few, there's like, let me count them. It's like around 10 suggestions. I kind of pick them at random from the suggestion list. Try to do 3D model insert. Yeah, I mean, for me it was kind of guessing, like I'm kind of trial and error, to be honest. But it was fun. It was a fun like learning experience, to be honest. So yeah, check it out if you want to do something similar. Maybe it'll help. I don't know. The themes, well, actually, when it's 3-day, it actually, like, people keep putting suggestions up, so it's good to have from time to time. Okay, let's save this up and let's try to come up with a story now that we're here. Why not? Since we've done the whole process from the very beginning, I think we can come up with a nice story for this. So this is a little town in Sweden called Kiruna. Let's pull it up on Google Maps right now. So hold on. Oh, now did I mention before that it was close to Stockholm? It is not at all. It is in the north, completely north of Sweden. So this is like, yeah, Swedish Lapland. It's like Arctic completely. So it's a pretty nice place to set a little horror story. Actually, I haven't been here. Oh, let's put ourselves in Kiruna. It's pretty normal Swedish town. This must be the summer because there's no snow here. It's pretty standard Swedish town. Actually, probably autumn or beginning of spring, I guess. Oh, there must be some pretty cool nature, like lakes here. Let's see. Whoa. Incredibly Swedish little house. Big lakes there. That'd be pretty nice place to chill. Anyway. Let's see something whack on Google Maps. Let me know, tell me. Hold on, I'll show you something whack in Google Maps. Oh, did I not save it? I had the... I thought I had saved the place where Mock was found. And I could show it to you guys. I don't think I remember the name of the road. But I know it was like... somewhere in British Columbia. That's where Mock lives. What? Sweden can be boring? I mean, it's a very low population country, so it can be like very empty places, really. Like beautiful nature though. Greater Grieven... Oh god, it's a mouthful. Hello. Let's copy paste it here. Intergalactic spaceport? Where's this? Wyoming, of course. Of course it was there. Hold on. Is there no street view? Satellite image? It's just a runway with nothing. That is depressing. You dozed off? Well, we're looking at Greater Green River Intergalactic Spaceport, a place in Google Maps. Yeah, so we kind of went off track, but it's literally just an airstrip. Legally designated as landing. What's up with Wyoming? GeoGuessr. I love GeoGuessr. The day we do a gaming stream, we might play some GeoGuessr. But you guys gotta pay for a gaming stream first. Yeah, that's Sweden. And that's Kiruna. Okay, so that's the little town where the... Oh, there's a full mine here. Damn. I guess around the center of the town is where that station that burned was. But anyway, that's not important. We're in Google Maps just for fun here. What we need is to come up with a little story for this. Just outlines. I'm not gonna write a whole thing. Just like some context that we can put in like Twitter as a thread, you know? So like this is a little town called Kiruna. Which is... Hold on. In northern Sweden. This is a train station that burns. Look at everyone putting all their stuff into the gaming stream. How much is it? Hold on. 9,000 out of 20,000. Everyone putting their layers where their mouth is. 50% complete, it just said. You guys are gonna get there. Oh, artist 2000. You guys, please don't make me do a gaming stream. I'm bad at gaming. Okay, what else do we know? Trace station fire. So here's a question for you guys. Is this Mothman, or should we come up with a name for it? Because okay, hold on. We got another important fact is the year 1915. So that's important. In 1915, Mothman did not exist. The concept of Mothman was non-existent, right? So I think that's something that can be like attributed to Mothman, but in the future. In this moment, it's just bird person. Birdman. Bird person is from Rick and Morty, right? Or what's a cool name that we can translate to Swedish to come up with a creature name? Sorry for my bad handwriting. I swear it's better when it's not digital. Okay, well, if you get to the objective, I'm choosing the games. We're playing Hades and maybe GeoGuessr. That could be fun. I don't have a premium thing, but I think that's a premium trial. Contrast means blackbird in Swedish. Ah, it sounds cool. It's not that cool names. It's a German Mothman Fritz Landers. Is that an actual thing, Itzel, or are you making up a name? Fritz Landers? And now I gotta look it up. Hold on. Richland? You're making it up. Come on. I was excited to see if there was a German Mothman that had caused World War I. Giant owl. Okay. Okay. Contrast is blackbird. Okay, let's pull up Google Translate. I know a few words of Swedish. I spent 6 months there and I've learned a bit. Just translate. Don't know how to write today. Also, my mic is just over my my keyboard, so it's kind of hard. Okay, so English to come on, oh, Swedish. Yeah, Swedish. There. So, owl. Uggla. Uggla is a bit of an ugly word. There's a giant owl. Jätteugla. Very ugly. Always double checking Wiktionary. Oh, that's a good point. Can you translate directly in Wiktionary, or however you pronounce that? Well, we'll check it later if we choose it, just to check if we're using the right words. Okay, black owl. Svart uggla. Kanske ugly uggla. Large eye, like that. And eyes, ögon, I think. Ögon, öga, yeah, it's plural. Störtöga. Let's see, blackbird, that's how you said. I guess blackbird as a word. Okay. Can't translate, but for common words, there's a list with translations. Okay, let's pull it up. Dictionary. Oh, svenska. Yeah. I'll look for an English word here, like, and okay. Yeah, I guess it kind of works. Uggla. Let's see. Any other word? Any other ways to say it? What's up with Automod? Yeah, I can read it a little bit Swedish, enough to kind of make sense of things. Oh, cryptid. I think the Automod saw the O, the OA, the A with the little O on top, as just an A. So I guess it read it like faggot. Oh my god. Oh, you Automod. I think the one I like the most so far is contrasts. And it's kind of it's a cool thing, like, to put in the name of something, like a species of birds that already exist, like blackbird. I don't know. Sounds cool to me. Let's look for contrast here. Look at this guy. Amazing. Okay, I gotcha. They do like weird letters to try to do slurs. Come on, dumbasses. I like Dark Apparition, but it's very long. It's a very long name. Feels like it should be a creature name, which is usually like short and to the point. So you can like just take 2 words and squish them together. Okay, yeah, maybe just Apparition. Let's pull it on though. Open. Still very long, but okay, maybe something like go here and just do Birdman, Peggleman. Well, man is man, so. Oh. Mothman is Malman. Really? But Moth is Fiero. Fiero. Skuga, shade, like that. More of a revelation than apparition. Oh, it's still cool. So maybe, yeah, man is man. That's an easy one. So Fiero man, Fiero man. Person. Really? Person? Oh, person. Yeah. Oh, that's the one I knew. Okay. Meniska. Oh, sorry. Just under me. Mänsklig. Oh, dude. So, fjäril mänsklig is a little bit of a mouthful, isn't it? We need something more snappy. Omen. Really? Omen? The same thing. You're kidding me. Oh, this is good. Förbud. Or Versel. Versel. I like this. Well, Versel is cooler. A cooler sound to it. Versel man? Or... Notice, foreboding, omen, warning. That's perfect for Mothman. It's like literally its whole thing, right? Swedish is very close to German, yeah. Harold is Harold. I love that. I guess now we know what the name Harold means. Okay, so how about Varsel? It sounds a bit cool than for Fördebud. Fördebud? I don't know how to pronounce that in Swedish. Also have Varning, but that's very close to warning. It's not very interesting. So, Versel and Fiero? Varsel plus Fogel in some way. Fogel like this? Yeah. It's a noun though. Yeah, but it can be like the warning bird, you know? Like warning bird. Or something like that. Omen bird. Let's say in English. Versus Kuga. Can be good too. Oh, let's see. What's the one I... Because man is just man, so... or Carl, I guess. Calling... Carl, Varsel Carl. Omen's bird. Yeah, so like the omen bird would be if we mix it into one word. Because Fogel is... Hold on. Fogel, okay. So like adding the N here at the end just makes it like the bird. His name is Carl, I guess so. Oh wait, that's Swedish. Varsel appears as Danish, Norwegian, Really? Doesn't appear Swedish? Oh, Varsal. Yeah, it does appear in Swedish. But I mean, Swedish and Norwegian are so similar to each other, so it obviously would be, if not the same, a very similar word in that language. So it does work in Swedish. How do we feel about this? Like this weird composite word. That's just this almond bird. Oh, Volnad. I like that. Can be like Volnad. Vogel. I hope no real Swede is listening to me speak butcher their language. Okay, I like these two. It'll be like ghost, bird. And that would be omen bird. Both could work pretty well. Let me know what you guys prefer. Apart from that, so we got a place, a time, a situation, choose a name, and I think there's not that much more to say about it. If you're just gonna do it like a short story around this, right? Like yes, 1915, train station in Kiruna catches fire. Around that same time, people are watching the blaze, and maybe like from that same morning, this strange bird thing can be seen flying around, and after the fire disappears, it just flies away. And maybe we can say it's some in Sweden have like recall an old story about a fagel, a Varsal Fogel, and kind of link that together, even though we know that it's Mothman. Kind of link it to old stories and that kind of. Right, let me know which of these two you like better for the name. Alright, you guys vote on it, or if you like Cold Trust or any of the other ones we mentioned. Which one's your favorites? I'm great at drawing. He just got there late, you know? He had things to do, he woke up late. Didn't get there for the burning. Apparently, okay, that is used in Swedish. Interesting. Yo, this place lead. Let's. That's great. Okay. Oh god, that's a lot of text. Mucho texto. Where is it? Varso. Oh, there it is. Tradition and folk. Oh, folk. I don't know what that is. Huh. Well, let's see. I guess folklore is folklore? Man. Yeah, it's folklore. So, I guess there's something in folklore? I don't know what that means. Composed words. Warning bird? Oh, yeah, I mean, that's what we're... Well, there is actual folklore around it, so it is perfect. I mean... What else do you want? Something that actually has some story around it. By accident, we came upon it. A session with languages can be useful. Yeah, that's actually useful. People wouldn't instantly make the connection with omens. Yeah, but if there's actual folklore talking about a warning bird, and people just interpret it as such, and we got it. It's perfect for him. Although I guess he got there a bit too late. Folklore sounds similar to folklore. Yeah, I guess folk. Yeah, folk in Swedish is used as like people. Similar to English. There's actually quite a few similarities to English, since both Germanic base language. Okay, so also Fogel, or I guess with a stroke in the middle, but the N at the end if you want to say the warning bird. Like just warning bird is without the N. Say the warning bird is with the N. Yeah, I think we already saved this as JPEGs, right? Alright, is there any other cool things we can do before leaving the stream?